Hello, today you have Kelly Whitley here with FASO Secretariat, and we're joined by a very distinguished guest. We've got Alex Allen, who has a long list of distinguished appointments in the UK government. The first being he's the former chairman of the UK Joint Intelligence Committee, and most relevant for our discussion today, he was the envoy for the British government. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Fine, thank you. Thank you for joining us. So let's just get started. So if you could talk to us a little bit about why the former Prime Minister Tony Blair set up the Office for the E-Envoy in 1999, and talk a little bit about its mandate.
Well, it was set up, it's hard thinking back to 1999 now, but when it was set up, there was a concern that people in Britain were not getting the internet, were not getting online. There needed to be more done to promote the advantages of the internet, and also particularly to look at getting government departments, government services online.
Sure.
So it was a role that was very much of its time, and since then has morphed and is now really absorbed within what's a government chief information officer. But it's, a lot of the principles laid out there, in particular, getting government services online, are very much current, and there's a lot of work going on that, which I can elaborate on a bit about.
No, that's great. I guess if you could talk a little bit about the work that you did specifically under that appointment, and the impact that office has had.
Well, in terms, one of the things that was actually fairly clear by the time I started the job was that actually the momentum behind use of the internet was growing very fast, and so some of the more specifically promotional kind of role was, I did a bit of it, but it was becoming overtaken by what was just happening. But in terms of getting government services online, we did set up the first UK online site, trying to bring together the services that were online and encourage government departments to do more of that. And that's something that's continued right through to the present day. Indeed, at the present time, the government is just, it's had a site, UK Online morphed into a site called directgov.com, .co.uk, and it's now morphed further into a UK.gov.uk, which is now turning into a much more developed and really quite exciting way of accessing the government services.
Great. What are some of the interesting tendencies that you have seen, whether during your time as the e-envoy or in more recent years, with respect to e-democracy and e-governance in the UK?
Well, on e-democracy, there's been quite a lot happening. One of the things that has developed in particular has been the government has set up an e-petitions service so that people can collect online signatories for petitions to the British government, and there's a commitment that if 100,000 signatures are collected, then the issue will be put forward for Parliament to decide whether they discuss it, and they have discussed a number of petitions like that. So that's been quite a significant development. And also, there are other issues. One of the exciting recent developments has been a thing called the Red Tape Challenge, which is the new government in Britain came in committed to reducing government regulation, looking at where government regulation was over elaborate and burdensome, and it set this up in the way of a whole series of subjects where we put out online the issues and what might be done, and canvassed opinions, and actually that's been very successful. They've had a large number of online submissions, and quite a lot of those have been acted on, and so the process has really demonstrated that you can use those sorts of technologies to really stimulate participation.
Sure. And I guess kind of the other side of that question is, what are some of the challenges that you've seen with respect to kind of engaging the citizenry in an online way?
Well, I think there obviously are issues about how do you get the reach out there, how do you stop, not stop, but how do you deal with some issues being hijacked by a small, very, very key group participate strongly, and lots of others who've got views but don't use that sort of means of accessing the government. And so trying to make sure that people recognise the options, trying to encourage them to use the online forums, the online ways of submitting ideas, which the government is doing, and there have been quite a lot of government consultations which have been put out online, and where the participation rate has been very encouraging.
And then perhaps our last question for this discussion is, what are your predictions about kind of the future of e-democracy and e-governance, whether it's in the UK or more globally?
Oh, well, I don't think it can. We've seen, just the huge power of the communication. We saw in the Arab Spring last year, for example, the way in which online tools were used very much by popular uprisings against some of the governments in that part of the world. I think we will see more and more demand for people to participate online, more and more demand for people to engage with the government online, and then conversely, the government's being more and more conscious of this as a means both of communication, but also encouraging active participation, which is something that is really important for democracy.
Sure. Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate it very much, and your great insights.